Crypto markets today. Bitcoin leads broad recovery as traders eye possible Santa rally. Bitcoin and Ether surged following Wednesday's tech-led equities rebound, while derivatives flows signal growing optimism for a year-end push. The crypto market enjoyed a much-needed boost on Thursday as the two largest tokens rallied, with the Bitcoin BTC $91,529.84 price rising to $91,700 and Ether ETH $3,018.50 to $3,030. The gains followed Wednesday's strong recovery in equities. That was led by tech stocks like Alphabet, GOOG, and Nvidia NVDA, with the Nasdaq Composite posting its best four-day streak since May. Traders remain focused on Bitcoin as opposed to lower liquidity altcoins. BTC's 5.4% gain over the past 24 hours outperformed 18 of the 20 largest crypto tokens by market cap. This was reflected in CoinMarketCap's altcoin season indicator, which remains at a lowly 22 out of 100, down considerably from October's high of 67 out of 100. Bitcoin's 30-day implied volatility index, BVIV, dropped further back to 50%, almost entirely retracing last week's spike to 65%, TradingView data shows. Traders piled into a bullish year-end call condor structure, ranging between $100,000 and $118,000 strikes, worth $6.5 million in premium, according to Deribit Insights. This signals expectations for a potential Santa rally, even as steady call overwriting around $100,000, and easing downside hedging kept implied volatility subdued. Open interest for Bitcoin remained consistent with the past 24 hours price gains, indicating that the move was spurred by spot buying rather than futures activity. Altcoin derivatives painted a different story. Open interest for Ether ETH $3,017.16, Solana SOL $141.28, and particularly Cash ZEC $487.52 rose disproportionately to suggest that traders are flocking to the risk-taking approach of buying with leverage. According to Coinalyze, Wednesday's total trading volume mirrored Tuesday's, and a slight lull going into Thursday can be attributed to the Thanksgiving holiday in the U.S. The altcoin market, while in general lagging behind Bitcoin, showed signs of strength on Thursday. The Sky token, previously MKR, rose by 10% as it began to show signs of a reversal from last week's low of $0.041. There were also gains for Dash, ETHFI, and AVAX, all of which rose by between 6.7% and 7.7%. The optimism wasn't correlated across the entire market. ENA $0.2872 and TAO $300.22 both dropped by more than 2%, suggesting the optimism wasn't unanimous across the board. The crypto markets. Average Relative Strength Index, RSI, shows it is edging toward overbought territory, with tokens like AVAX, SPX, and Pendle firmly in the overbought zone, suggesting that a pullback may be on the cards moving into Friday unless meaningful demand and volume can be sustained. The altcoin market ultimately depends on Bitcoin's next move. If Bitcoin can begin to break the downtrend that started in October and push back toward $100,000, altcoins will likely follow. However, if it gives back this week's gains and begins to fall into trouble at the low $80,000 level, altcoins will underperform and potentially break their own levels of support due to a low liquidity environment.